today, from Orlando, Florida, this is Madden Football on EA Sports. Los Angeles Chargers taking on the Indianapolis Colts.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Los Angeles Chargers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Over first and 10 at their own 15-yard
line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. Second and long. And it's intercepted in the end zone. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
Touchdown.
And that, my friend, is something you don't see maybe once a season. A 0-yard return pick six.
Yeah, you get the points without having to do the maximum effort run. But what a great play. Batting it up in the air and going up and getting it and creating a touchdown for themselves.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Well, for the Indianapolis Colts, 2 straight wins since the season opening upset in Jacksonville. They took care of Minnesota in Week 2 and then really put it to the Jets in Week 3, 36-7. They won in Indy. And it was a good day for Phillip Rivers, both on the field and in the record book. 17-21, 217 yards and a touchdown pass, the 400th of his NFL career. And he also moved past 60,000 yards total passing. Just the 6th man, Charles, ever to accomplish that.
And he tells us a little bit and shows us the effects of changing teams, no real offseason, right? No real preseason. And now he's starting to round into form, and Indianapolis is playing well under his direction. Plus, they're running the heck out of the football now. So look out. The Colts seem to be hitting their stride, and they go to unbeaten Chicago in Week 4. That should be a really good game.
The Colts send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, and a Charger first down. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. So the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. This will be caught at about the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. He may try, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. It's their quarterback. A 3-yard run as he kept it himself. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
Set to kick off.
Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Return. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
2nd and 6.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Intercepted.
First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Thought they were going to force a 4th down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Flush to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
The Colts D sticking to their assignments, and that brings up 4th.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
I got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. 17-0 our score after 1.
The score, Chargers 17, Colts nothing.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now this one complete on the slant route. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
It's a gain of 7.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Loss of 8 yards.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
A loss of 9.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. 30. And he takes it back to the house. It's a fumble recovery and a Charger touchdown.
Chargers.
This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me on a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He was out there waiting. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off here. The 32.
Third down pass.
Well, he went on the move there and started rolling out. I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down. Sliding out of the pocket. And he finds Howard complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. The first play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. They go screen. This is Ingram.
Ehlinger's pass.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts.
To number 26.
As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now they got to get to the line quickly. It'll buy some time right. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And that will be it. Complete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So shall we say a bold decision to go for it, and that bold decision does not pay off.
And when you talk about bold, you're saying all caps?
All caps.
Yeah, without a doubt. Maybe they're telling their defense they have a lot of faith in them. I mean, that's how you have to spin it, is that you tell your defense, you know something? We were able to go for it there because you guys are so good. I'm not worried about things. That's the only explanation I can come up with in this situation.
Well, he better get ready to spin it for that post-game presser because you know he's going to be out.
He's going to have to spin it for his own locker room, frankly.
All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
His guys are on the road to blow out City. They lead it big. As we send you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Their own 13-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
7-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. He's going to air one out. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
The pass on first
Similar
down.
to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a gain of 7.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to let this one go deep. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Number 26.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
A loss of 7.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be and he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they want. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they can actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too. I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Well, Charles, let's step aside, different topic here for a second. Unfortunately, the NFL lost a legend earlier in this first month of the 2020 season. Hall of Fame running back Gale Sayers passed away at 77. And Sayers, the youngest man ever inducted to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, was just 34 years of age when he got that honor back in 1977.
And a big reason why? He had to retire early. He only played 7 years in the NFL. But what a run before injuries really cut his career short. In fact, he played the equivalent of 4 full seasons out of those 7 that he played because of injuries. But he was first-team All-Pro 5 times, led the league in rushing twice, and still holds the record for kickoff return average this many years after he retired. Commissioner Roger Goodell called him one of the finest men in NFL history, and I can tell you this, partner, one of the most exciting players we'll ever see.
2nd and 9 from the 44. They'll roll him out right. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And this is going to be a Charger touchdown.
Touchdown, Chargers.
That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And no thought of a return here for Hines.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And now he'll tuck it and run. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
First and 10.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
35-yard line.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
39-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45.
Complete.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Gets his guy on the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
10-yard loss.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. On play action, they'll throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this is going to be incomplete. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Sliding out of the pocket. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly as that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Escaping the pressure right. That is knocked away and incomplete, but a penalty flag. In the backfield, this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. High throw, but the catch is made. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 13. It's a first down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Brought down at the 48.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
That's good.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. Now he'll pull it down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That's another Colts first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation. Out of the gun now on third down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
And now the Colts call on their field goal unit here. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everybody.